Growing grass under the shade of a big blue spruce on a walnut tree is not easy. In the spring, the grass comes up all right, but usually wilts and dies by July when the walnut grows its leaves. You see, the lawn gets filtered sunlight at best, even though the walnut received a major haircut this winter. This year, we've left it to the pros at Nutri-lawn to see if they have any more luck with filling in the bald patches.
This area just probably needs a good overseeding with a shade-tolerant grass variety. An aeration prior to it will loosen up the soil. Being in Glenmore here, there's a fair amount of clay.
You can see a lot of bald spots in there.
Yeah, all those bald spots with some seeding and a little bit of water afterwards and a starter fertilizer should fill in with new growth. I mean, as long as you get a little bit of filtered sunlight in there, it should grow as long as you select the right variety. You're also probably competing with a little bit of the tree roots for moisture. When you do sprinkle or water your lawn or the rain comes through, the tree's going to want to access some of that moisture as well.
The first thing to do is aerate the dirt, and this industrial version is so powerful it almost rototills the soil. Aeration relieves surface compaction, improves drainage, breaks down thatch, encourages new root growth and depth, and helps with nutrient absorption. It lets the stale carbon dioxide air out and the fresh oxygen-rich air in. Earthworms appreciate it too. You should use a seed that can handle the shade. And while no seed is likely to grow long in deep shade, there are varieties that are more tolerant. Fescues are good. Kentucky bluegrass is not. Ryegrass is excellent for a quick fix.
Kentucky bluegrass is a sun-loving grass. It's what kind of everybody wants. It's that nice dark, rich blue color, but in the shade it just doesn't grow very well. So 3 different types of fescues in here and a perennial ryegrass, which will germinate quickly in probably 7 to 10 days, and then the fescues will fill in probably within the first 3 or 4 weeks. You'll actually have a lawn that'll last you for several seasons before you have to reseed again. You need to have a good seed to soil contact, so this area here where you've got it kind of bare, even if you wanted to scratch this in with a rake afterwards, it would make a big difference. This champion rye is a 3-way blend or 3-way mix of ryegrass only. Again, it'll germinate very quickly, grows more or less in bunches instead of in a nice sort of carpet. So generally you have to reseed or overseed with the perennial rye every year. This would be very well suited for someone who, let's say, doesn't have underground irrigation or gets a lot of traffic in their yard.
The next step is to fertilize, and you'll need a special type of food for your new lawn. Also be sure not to over-fertilize in the shade. The grass here doesn't need as much nitrogen as the blades in the sun.
This is a starter fertilizer. What it'll do is it'll help the seed get established. It'll make sure that there's nutrients in the soil, so when the seed starts to germinate, it's got access to some food so it can grow well. The middle number on the bag is your phosphorus or phosphate. That really helps with seed germination or establishment. A proper starter fertilizer would be like a 10-30-10 or something like that, like a high middle number. But for the purpose of doing the overseeding, we're also trying to encourage your existing lawn too. It's not like we're starting from just bare dirt.
The final step is a top dress, shown here on a much better lawn. 2 weeks after seeding, the lawn looks pretty good. Let's just hope that choice of seed and a little water will keep it healthy and green throughout the entire summer.